So there you can see I am using a belt sander. I actually have a bigger one that is pretty heavy and works really well, but the alignment spring on it is broken, and I've made several, and sandpaper just cuts through them, so I'm using this one. Both of these items I inherited from my father-in-law, but you can see how much material this moves. For me personally, my opinion is if you're going to use one of these, never put anything over, say, 80 grit in it, because it'll just clog it up really fast. These things are meant to remove material really fast. And then I'll use a random orbital sander to kind of clean things up. And I'm going across the grain, which is usually not a good idea because of the deep scratches. And in oak or maple or something like that, you'd have a hard time getting those scratches out. But in this wood, this hemlock, I'll sand along with the grain, and it'll take those scratches out pretty easily. But you can see it takes a lot of material off. I think I'm using a 60 grit paper because what I'm interested in is just moving as much material, or removing as much material as fast as possible. We're back. Apologize if there's a little bit of noise next door. We got some people working in the parking lot. So here you see where I've sanded cross grain and lengthwise with the grain, and there's still some marks. You may not be able to see them, but they'll mostly come out. So I love barnwood. I love the look of refinished barnwood. I don't like just natural barnwood taken right off a barn or a fence or anything like that and then used. I like it when it's been slightly cleaned up, stained, polished, whatever the purpose is for. So finding barnwood is really hard. So I made my own little tool to create or simulate barnwood. This little device right here, it's grabber screws, which, as you know, are very sharp, very hard. And barnwood, one of the unique characteristics is it sits in the sun and goes through the seasons. The softer wood in the grain kind of erodes away, and you get that kind of wavy surface on it. And so this simulates those lines, and then I'll hit it with a hammer and create the kind of wormhole look. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up and start combing it, if you will. Sorry. See how this works. I need to flip the board around, but I'm just gonna put some wormholes in it. So I flipped the board around, still good. Now this will get sanded. I like some really deep ones, so I'll push extra hard. This will get sanded and all these little curls will, come out. The deeper the grooves are, the older it looks. Just make sure I didn't miss any spots. And get right up to the edge. Okay, wormholes. Alright, there you can see what it looks like. Doesn't look like much right now, but I'm going to sand it, and then I'll show you what it looks like after it's sanded.